The obsidian throne room of the Zathrene flagship stretched into shadows that seemed to breathe. Bioluminescent veins pulsed along the walls, casting an eerie violet glow across the chamber. At its center, perched upon a throne carved from what appeared to be fossilized bone, sat High Mistress Kara, her 4 eyes gleaming with cold amusement. Beside her throne, a creature stirred. It was massive, easily 3 meters tall even while crouched, with chitinous armor plates that clinked softly as it shifted. Its 6 limbs ended in talons that could shred durasteel, and its triple-hinged jaw dripped with a viscous fluid that hissed when it touched the floor. The creature's dozen eyes, arranged in 2 parallel rows, fixed hungrily on the figure standing in the center of the chamber. Jonas Vale stood with his hands loosely clasped behind his back, his plain gray jumpsuit marking him as a prisoner. His weathered face showed neither fear nor defiance, only a peculiar calm that seemed to unsettle the High Mistress more than any show of terror would have. "Human," Kara's voice echoed through the chamber, each syllable carefully enunciated with theatrical precision. She rose from her throne, her elongated form unfolding like a mantis. Her ceremonial robes woven from the silk of conquered worlds trailed behind her. "Do you understand the position you're in?" Jonas met her gaze steadily. "I'm standing in your throne room, apparently as entertainment." A ripple of what might have been irritation passed across Kara's features. She gestured languidly toward her pet. "This is a Krell Ravager, human, one of only 12 in existence. It has consumed the flesh of 100 species. Its venom can dissolve bone in seconds. Its hearing is so acute it can detect a heartbeat from 50 meters away." The Ravager's head swiveled toward Jonas, its breathing a wet, rasping sound. "Why aren't you trembling, human?" Kara descended the steps from her throne, circling Jonas like a predator. "One word from me and my pet will devour you. Your bones will be added to my collection. Your species will lose another of its pitiful members. Yet you stand there as if you're waiting for a transport." Jonas turned slightly, tracking her movement. "Should I be trembling?" Kara's eyes narrowed dangerously. She moved closer until her face was mere centimeters from his. "I have conquered 17 star systems. I have personally executed 63 rival High Mistresses. I have watched entire populations kneel before me and beg for mercy I did not grant. Lesser species than yours have gone mad simply from standing in this room." "That's impressive," Jonas acknowledged, his tone conversational. "How long did all that take?" The question seemed to genuinely confuse her. "What? The conquering? The executions? Building your reputation? How many years?" Kara drew back slightly, her head tilting. 347 of your Earth years. "Why does this matter to a dead man?" Jonas nodded slowly as if she'd confirmed something he'd suspected. "That's a long time to cultivate fear, to build an image, to train your pet to look menacing on command." He glanced at the Ravager. It's breathing harder now, probably excited by the tension its mistress is projecting. "You mock me?" Kara's voice dropped to a dangerous whisper. "No," Jonas said simply. "I'm just not afraid of you." The High Mistress laughed, the sound sharp and brittle. "Then you are a fool. Perhaps I should demonstrate." She raised one elongated finger. "Krell, advance!" The Ravager uncoiled, rising to its full, terrifying height. It took one step forward, then another, its talons scoring the floor. Saliva dripped from its jaws. The creature's eyes locked onto Jonas with predatory focus. Jonas didn't move. He didn't even blink. "Closer," Kara commanded, her voice filled with theatrical menace. "Show the human what awaits him." The Ravager moved within arm's reach of Jonas, its hot breath washing over him. It opened its jaw wide enough to encompass his entire head, revealing rows of serrated teeth. Jonas looked into the creature's maw, then back at Kara. "Are you going to kill me or not?" For the first time, genuine confusion crossed the High Mistress's features. You truly feel no fear?" "Oh, I feel it," Jonas admitted. "My heart's racing. My palms are sweating. Every survival instinct I have is screaming at me to run." He paused. "But I'm not going to give you what you want." "And what do I want?" "Power," Jonas said quietly. "Not the kind that comes from fleets or conquered worlds. The power that comes from breaking someone's spirit, from making them small, from watching them realize they're helpless." He shook his head. "I've seen your type before, High Mistress. Different species, same game. You don't want to kill me. You want me to beg. You want me to validate all that effort you put into being terrifying." Kara's 4 eyes blazed. "I could end you with a word." Then say it, Jonas challenged. But you won't get your fear first. You won't get your satisfaction. You'll just get a dead human who refused to play your game. The throne room fell silent except for the Ravager's breathing. Kara stared at Jonas, her theatrical composure cracking. For several long moments, nothing happened. Then, unexpectedly, Kara laughed. It was different from before, less controlled, almost genuine. She waved her hand. Krell back. The Ravager retreated to its position beside the throne, though its eyes never left Jonas. You are either the bravest human I have encountered, Kara said, studying him with newfound interest, or the most suicidal. Perhaps both. She returned to her throne, settling into it with a rustle of robes. Tell me, Jonas Veil of Earth, how does one become so indifferent to death? Jonas finally allowed himself a small smile. You live long enough to understand that how you face it matters more than when it comes. You can kill me, High Mistress, but you can't make me small. No one can. Not anymore. Kara was quiet for a long moment, one finger tapping against the armrest of her throne. Fascinating, she murmured. Absolutely fascinating. Perhaps humans are more interesting than I credited. She leaned forward. You will not die today, Jonas Veil. Instead, you will tell me about your species, about this defiance you wear like armor, about why you refuse to tremble. Jonas met her gaze evenly. I can do that. But I have one condition. The audacity of it made Kara's eyes widen. You
make demands of me?
A request, Jonas corrected. Feed your Ravager first. The poor thing's been excited for nothing, and that seems cruel. Despite herself, High Mistress Kara laughed again.